It is Israel Moore Ivor who said, "As long as there is life, there is potential. And as long as there is potential, there will be success. You will sprout again when cut down. You will rise again even when you fall." Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the first ever virtual graduation ceremony in all the 53 years of existence of the Mona Heights Primary School. Unfortunately, our country was impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic, which forced many of us to adjust to new ways of carrying out our day-to-day activities and forced us to think of creative and innovative ways to do business. We are happy for virtual platforms such as this that allowed us to keep the communication link going as we adhere to the social distance protocols. Today's ceremony is driven by the theme, "Yet Still We Rise," which reminds us that with God at the center of our lives, perseverance and dedication, we will rise above any situation and achieve our dreams. Graduates, I hope you are ready. Sit up, chest out, head high. You did it, and today we celebrate you. God is the reason for allowing everything to happen. We may never understand His wisdom. We simply need to trust His will. His plans are bigger than yours. His dreams for your life is more rewarding, more fulfilling, better than you have ever dreamed of. Just trust His will.
Our scripture reading is taken from Psalm 37, verse 23 to 26. This will be read by Dwayne Beckett. Immediately following the reading, we will invite Canon Michael Allen from the Church of Ascension in Mona to do the opening prayer.
Today's scripture reading will be taken from Psalm 37, verse 23 to 26. It reads thus, "The steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be cast headlong, for the Lord upholdeth his hand. I have been young, and now I am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, or his children begging for bread. He is ever lending generously, and his children become a blessing." Now endeth another portion of God's holy word, and we honor it by saying, "Thanks be to God."
Let us pray. Gracious God, we bring before you our family of Mona Heights Primary School, especially our school leavers, and ask your blessing upon our graduation ceremony. We do so in thanksgiving of your many mercies towards us, especially during this year. We thank you for the gift of your Son, Christ Jesus, whose example of service with love we followed, and which produced in us the compassion and the determination that was necessary for us to complete the task. As we at Mona Heights Primary School prepare now to release these your children from our care and stewardship, we give thanks to you for the gift of knowing them and ask that you will allow the fruit of the Spirit and the foundation that we have given them to grow and excel in their high school years, so that together with their parents, they may excel and become persons who make a difference for good in the lives of others. We ask all this in the name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
On 5 acres just beside the university.
put your hands together for the members of the Mona Heights Primary School Choir, accompanied by our music teacher, Mr. Blackwood, for that beautiful rendition of the school song. We hope you are singing along. I now invite Rihanna Miller, our head girl, to bring the welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We welcome you all to the grand finale of the exciting Mona Marathon race. Graduates, we ask that you all approach the starting blocks, take your lanes, and get in the starting position. Teachers, parents, and well-wishers, get ready to cheer and support your favorite athlete. I can tell you from now that you are in for a treat. It is my pleasure to welcome our Masters of Ceremony and Chief Commentators at today's event, Miss McNeil and Miss Williams, our Board Chairman, Mr. Delroy Allen, and all the other members of the Board of Management at the Mona Heights Primary School. We welcome our Acting Principal and current Head Coach, Mr. Alex Hepburn, Vice Principals, Mrs. Sharon Christian, and Mrs. Christine Reynolds Watson. Our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Chad Rattray, Member of Parliament, the Honorable Favour Williams, Education Officer, Mrs. Natalie Beckford, PTA President, Miss Chanel Lynn, other distinguished guests, teachers, parents, well-wishers, and of course, my fellow graduates. We welcome you all. Ecclesiastic chapter 9 and verse 11 reminds us that the race is not given to the swift, nor the strong, but he who endures until the end. Today, we have 186 athletes who have started and is now about to complete the race of a lifetime. It gives us great pleasure to bring today's race live to you in the comfort of your homes via the Microsoft Teams. On your marks, get set, go!
It is Maya Angelou who said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Put your hands together and help me welcome Mrs. Cleghorn and Miss Holness, two talented teachers who will bless our hearts with a song titled, "Yet Still I Rise."
But I'm not broken, wounded, but time will heal. Having alone the cross I bear, lonely the road I trod, I dare shaken, but here I stand with
crucial for the development of any educational institution. Stakeholders voice their opinions, ideas, and perspectives on matters relating to the growth of the school and aid in catering to the holistic development of all our students. Coming to bring us greetings at this time are some key stakeholders in education and persons who have given us sound advice towards our success. Let us give a round of applause to the chairman of our school board, Mr. Delroy Aline, Member of Parliament, Mrs. Favour Williams, Education Officer, Mrs. Natalie Beckford, and President of the PTA body, Miss Chanel Lynn.
Masters of Ceremony, Miss Anita McNeil and Miss Cavell Williams, Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, and the Member of Parliament for the St. Andrew Eastern Constituency. Guest speaker, Reverend Canon Michael Allen, Acting Principal, Mr. Alex Hepburn, Board members, PTA President Shani Lynn, teachers, parents, well-wishers, and last but not least, graduates, good morning. It is a distinct honor for me to be here today to bring greetings and congratulations from the school board. As I began thinking about what I should say to you, I discovered that I could go on for hours talking about your years at Mona Heights Primary School, about the experiences you have had with preparing you for this day and for the future. I began making notes about all the advice I could share with you and about all the many topics I wanted to cover. Then, a friend reminded me about the fate of a famous Greek philosopher, Socrates, who lived a long, long time ago, very intelligent. But Socrates gave long speeches, and his friends eventually killed him. Since I am no Socrates, nor do I want to end up like Socrates, I will be brief and to the point. Mona Heights Primary School has experienced its fair share of challenges, like all other institutions. How we interpret, react, and bounce back from the crisis of today are what will define how we survive the crisis of tomorrow. In spite of COVID-19 challenges, our theme for this graduation should inspire us as it really stands out. Yet still we rise. This morning, 183 grade 6 students are graduating from Mona Heights Primary School. I am sure that the virtual hall is packed with your friends and relatives, and every person here is proud of you, of your accomplishments, and of the goals that you have reached. If each of us were to write down a definition of a successful graduate, we would quickly discover that some of the same words and phrases would be repeated over and over again. Common themes would be dedication, perseverance, integrity, honesty, conscientiousness, dependability, and hard work. From all of the terms used to describe graduates, the one I think should receive top billing is winner. Each and every one of you is a winner. You have demonstrated through hard work, dependability, honesty, integrity, perseverance, and dedication that you are all winners. As a winner, you have earned the right to be proud of your achievements. It is not a fluke or accident that you're here. Let's pause for a moment and consider this design. Our school has high academic standards that you have met. And we have a dedicated staff who have been there to guide you and to challenge you. Plus, you have friends and families who place a high priority on education and who have been there to assist and support you when you needed it. Your family and friends have all made sacrifices so that you would be successful. They are here to share this rewarding moment with you because they have all played a part in you becoming a winner. Graduates, if we were having a face-to-face graduation and not a virtual one this morning, I would have asked you all to stand and applaud the staff members, the family members, and friends without whose support you would not have reached this milestone. And therefore, I will do the applause for you. You have done well in the primary exit profile, PEP. And as chairman, I and the other members of the school board salute your success. You have met this challenge. Your new challenge now is to continue to stretch and extend your abilities. I also ask that you do not forget Mona Heights Primary. Come back and visit us. Be a part of the Past Students Association. And remember, winners accept nothing but the best for themselves. And you are all winners. May God continue to bless and guide you all as you embark on a new life outside of Mona Heights Primary. Thank you.
Master of Ceremonies, Ms. Anita McNeil, Chairman, Mr. Delroy Lane, Acting Principal, Mr. Alex Hepburn, Guest Speaker, Mr. Chad Rattray, teachers, parents, or celebrated graduates, good afternoon. I'm delighted to share in this momentous occasion with you as Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Eastern and as a mother of two beautiful children. There's hardly anything quite like the joys of watching our young people transition into a new leg of their academic journey. COVID-19 has taught us so much about the need for innovation. It manifests in events such as today's virtual graduation. The occasion marks a new day in your life and will require you to think critically about some of the biggest challenges in our day: climate change, crime and violence, poverty, and food security. It will require your engagement of practical, skills-based learning and application to add value in areas for which a strong educational system and family support will be crucial. I therefore applaud the parents, teachers, auxiliary staff, and community stakeholders of Mona Heights Primary who continue to build significant bridges over circumstances which many students have had to contend this year. These include domestic instability, community violence, and sometimes personal fears and insecurities. Through your help, our children have stood their ground and are ever shining lights that eradicate our darkest hour. Working in this constituency, you may be assured of my continued commitment to your well-being and to the growth of our community, the provision of training and development for our youth, employment opportunities, and improved roads, lighting, water, and sanitation. I also encourage your contribution, however small, as we seek to build this little community we call home. Mona Heights Primary remains a significant national leader in preparing students for secondary education. Yours are among the brightest in the region, as evidenced by your outstanding results in this year's Primary Exit Profile PEP exams and all-round success in sports and other extracurricular activities. No school was equal to Mona Heights Primary when Allison, Aiden, and Chalet took to the stage last year in the All-Island Debate Competition and gave the other schools a thorough thrashing to place first among scores of other institutions. My heart is full and I have every confidence that Mona Heights Primary School will continue to be among the best jewels in the crown of our beloved community. As you graduate, go boldly into the future and never stop learning. Strive to be good citizens and lend a helping hand to those in need. For in the words of St. Francis of Assisi, where there is discord, may we bring harmony. Where there is error, may we bring truth. Where there is doubt, may we bring faith. And where there is despair, may we bring hope. Congratulations on this significant milestone and good luck.
Greetings to Mr. Delroy Alain, Chairman, Mr. Alex Hepburn, Acting Principal, Vice Principals, teachers, parents, special guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2020 from the Mona Heights Primary School. As I reflect on today's theme, Yet Still I Rise, I note that it suggests the presence of difficulties or hardships that would cause one to stumble. That's life, graduates. Your journey through primary school would have presented many challenges, but you rose to every single one of them. And you are here today to celebrate your victory. Isn't that awesome? As you move to a higher level of the education system, other challenges, other hurdles, other obstacles will present themselves. But in the words of Maya Angelou, you may encounter many defeats, but you must also remember not to be defeated. Just like moonbeams and like suns, with the certainty of the tides, just like hope springing high, still you will rise into a daybreak that's wondrously clear. Mona Heights family, yet still we rise.
Masters of Ceremony, Miss Anita McNeil and Miss Cavell Williams, Honorable Fayval Williams, Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, and the Member of Parliament for the St. Andrew Eastern Constituency. Guest speaker, Mr. Chad Rattray, Reverend Canon Michael Allen, Acting Principal, Mr. Alex Hepburn, board members, teachers, parents, well-wishers, and last but certainly not least, the graduates. Good morning. It is a privilege to be participating in such a memorable moment such as this today, to not only bring greetings, but to also extend congratulations from the Parent Teachers Association. We know the importance of our children's achievements, and so we are elated to celebrate with our 2019-2020 grade 6 students on the milestone that they have crossed. It was not easy, especially during these trying times of the pandemic. However, you made it through. This new milestone that you will be journeying on will not be easy. You will encounter challenges, peer pressure, and obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. But with God and the support of your family, you can achieve anything. Again, congratulations. Job well done.
Over the years, our school has done extremely well in the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, Festival of the Performing Arts. Coming to us now with a performance is 3 times National Gold Medal awardee, Tristan Brown. He will be doing for us a dub poem. Put your hands together for Tristan and make him feel welcome.
Bossy boy, I don't need that. Stay focused, can't turn Naughty Boy by A. McNeil.
I'm certain you have been enjoying the program so far. Don't worry, it's not over. We still have more in store for you. We have reached that time in our ceremony when we sit back and listen to all the achievements or setbacks the school faced throughout this school year. Certainly, this year is one that will be etched in the pages of several history books. Through the many difficulties and obstacles, Mona Heights Primary is still a beacon of light, shining brighter than diamond. Please help me welcome Mr. Alex Hepburn, our acting principal, who comes to us now with the principal's report.
Masters of Ceremony, Miss Anita McNeil and Miss Cavell Williams, Chairman of the School Board, Mr. Delroy Lane, Member of Parliament, Honorable Favour Williams, Guest Speaker, Mr. Chad Rattray, Education Officer, Miss Natalie Beckford, PTA President, Miss Chanel Lynn, teachers, other distinguished guests, graduates, parents, friends, well-wishers, good morning. Thank you for joining us for this graduation ceremony. I am Acting Principal Alex Hepburn. In these unprecedented and uncertain times, we are honored to have the privilege of joining hands and hearts together to celebrate with the graduating class of 2020 of Mona Heights Primary School. I join with you, my colleagues, in welcoming you to the first virtual graduation ceremony for the students of Mona Heights Primary School. The occasion is indeed an auspicious one, as these students will only get one opportunity to graduate from primary school. As such, we want this occasion to be very memorable, one that will linger in their minds for many years to come. It would be remiss of me not to say thank you to all the stakeholders who continue to help in the transformation of this institution. Canon Michael Allen of the Church of Ascension, the University of the West Indies, the University of Technology, and the NCB Foundation. We want to also thank our committed parents and our hardworking and dedicated teachers, and all our trailblazing graduates. I want to thank you. It was John Dewey who said, if we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. As a result, at Mona Heights Primary School, teaching is designed to help to develop skills of critical thinking and problem solving that will propel our students to becoming leaders of tomorrow. This school year has been an eventful one, as we were faced with numerous challenges, yet equally numerous opportunities. Thankfully, we maneuvered effortlessly to meet and match the demands. Chief among the challenges was the onset of the novel coronavirus that brought an abrupt end to face-to-face interaction with our students on March 13th. This challenge showed the tenacity of the staff, parents, and students of Mona Heights Primary School as we quickly rose to the occasion and launched our distance learning program on various platforms. We, propelled by Nelson Mandela's quote, "It always seemed impossible until it is done." And indeed, we got the job done. We realized that this situation was not at all what we or you graduates would have expected for your final year, but we appreciate all the hard work and the dedication that you have put in over the years. You have handled this situation with class and determination. During this year, our school participated in the primary specialist teacher pilot model, where teachers were required to teach discrete subjects, similar to what obtains in high school. There were many teething pains, as teachers were required to adapt to new teaching methodologies. This they did with open minds and engaging interactions. I am proud and honored to be working with some of the best educators in the island. Their zeal, passion, and determination for the job, underpinned by skill, knowledge, and empathy, have seen consistent improvement in the students' achievements. Henry Ford wisely said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success." At Mona Heights Primary School, opportunities abound for all to excel, and we endeavor to provide the atmosphere that afford our students the very best opportunities to surpass even their expectations, whether in academics, sports, or the performing arts. I will try to chronicle some of our achievements for this academic year. The grade 6 cohort of 183 students who sat the ability component of the primary exit profile PEP examination did extremely well. I must pause at this time to acknowledge the teachers who were instrumental in the success of these students. Take a bow. The data shows that 80.6% of the 147 students were ranked on Pathway 1. 17.7%, or 33 students, were ranked on Pathway 2. And a mere 1.6%, or only 3 students, were ranked at the lower end of Pathway 3. An impressive 10 students ranked in the 100th percentile of the examination. A total of 56%, or 105 students, were successfully placed at a traditional high school. I must applaud them. In the performing arts, the school also performed extremely well. We amassed a whopping number of awards at the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission JCDC Festival. In music, we won 1 gold medal, 1 silver medal, and 1 merit. In dance, we won 1 gold medal also, 1 silver medal, and a bronze. And in speech, we won 2 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and 6 bronze medals. In sports, for the second consecutive year, the school's netball team won the Kingston and St. Andrew in sports netball competition. This allowed them to qualify for the All-Ireland League, but were defeated in the first round. The school's football team entered the InSports Primary Football League and was placed 3rd in their zone. Mona Heights Primary School also participated in the All-Ireland Gymnastics competition. We trounced all opposition and became the All-Ireland champions. Well done, Mona Heights Primary. Overall, in spite of all the challenges, we had a very fruitful year, and we want to applaud all the stakeholders who made this a reality. Remember, education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. I thank you.
Giving up, no. We put up a fight. We got to be ready. 'Cause time's getting dreary. Just said, don't you worry. No, I'll be in a hurry, Lord. We got to be ready. 'Cause time's getting dreary. So we pray. We are die. We are die. We pray.
Here to introduce our esteemed guest speaker is none other than our deputy head girl, Indiria Sherrington.
With us today is a youth leader and advocate who has championed the youth development agenda since the age of 15. This can be seen through his service at the school, community, and national level displayed by the organizations he has served in. He has been recognized for his national contribution by receiving the Prime Minister's National Youth Awards of Excellence for Nation Building and being nominated for the Governor General's Achievement Award. He is a past student of the prestigious Mona Heights Primary School and Kingston College and is currently pursuing a Bachelor of Laws degree at the University of the West Indies, Mona. He started his leadership journey at Kingston College. He achieved 18 subjects, 10 TSEC subjects, and 8 CAPE Unit 1. In 2018, he was placed 4th in Jamaica in the CAPE Management of Business examination. While he was a 4th form student, he joined the National Secondary School Students' Council and then became National Treasurer in 2017. In the same year, he served as president of Kingston College Students' Council. He was also elected to serve as Kingston and St. Andrews Deputy Youth Mayor in 2017 and was invited by the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information to serve on its Youth Month Planning Committee. In the sitting of the National Youth Parliament of Jamaica, he was selected as the Youth Minister of Education, Youth and Information. He was declared the head boy of Kingston College in June 2018, where he implemented new strategies to reduce indiscipline and promote school spirit through the launch of the Young Men Empowerment Program. In June 2019, he founded the Jamaica Millennium Vision for Youth organization, where he serves as the president. He is a Christian and takes pride in his responsibility as the president of his church's youth ministry. He sees his future in law and international relations, government, entrepreneurship, and philanthropy. He continues to serve beyond the call of duty in empowering and inspiring the nation's youth, as it is his belief that Jamaica's solutions to its issues must be championed by our innovative, game-changing, and transformative youth and the Jamaican people. Please help me welcome our esteemed guest speaker for the morning, Mr. Chad Rattray.
Masters of Ceremony, Miss McNeil and Miss Williams, Member of Parliament and Minister, the Honorable Favour Williams, Board Chairman, Mr. Lynn, Education Officer, Mrs. Beckford, Acting Principal, Mr. Hepburn, Acting Vice Principals, Mrs. Christian and Mrs. Reynolds Watson, Senior Members of Staff and Teachers, Parents, Guardians and well-wishers, distinguished guests, and of course, our lit graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning everyone. It is my absolute pleasure and privilege to have been invited to speak to you today as a young and fresh 20-year-old young man. It means a lot to me especially to be invited to the Mona Heights Primary School to be your guest speaker this year. It has been 8 years since I attended the institution, and I know I still look young, still got it. There were two computer scientists named Vinton Cerf and Bob Kahn, who created the internet in 1973. Over the years, we have used the internet to talk to our friends on WhatsApp, do TikTok videos on Instagram, everybody have an Instagram live now, order stuff on Amazon, and of course, Netflix and relax. If you had told me, Chad Rattray, at the age of 12 that I would be a guest speaker at a graduation ceremony over the internet as well, I would say that that's crazy, absolutely crazy. Despite all the circumstances of Corona, Saharan dust, issues of racism and intensified weather patterns, yet still we rise. We stand here together as one family and as overcomers, celebrating the milestone achievements and journeys of our graduating class of 2020. Bust a toast for the graduates. You working hard and now graduating, in my opinion, demonstrates resilience, mirrors the true Jamaican spirit that even though we're local, we're Talawa. Everybody tuning in right now is a big deal, and I would like to specially recognize each of you. Big up to the acting principal and senior management, the administrative and ancillary staff, to our parents. Don't be afraid to kiss them up and show them some love today. I tell people all the time that I have the type of mother and sister where every function, I always get a kiss on each cheek and always tell them, not in public, please, not in public. So, today is the day for that. Big up to our dedicated and committed teachers, the mother and father of all professions, we call it. All those teachers from grade 1 come straight up to grade 6 for your hard work in molding our graduates into wonderful young men and young women they are today. Today, graduates, my brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you about rise, as today's theme is Yet Still We Rise. Chronixx, in his infamous song, I Can, sings, oh, every morning I rise and stare at the sun. I know that it is a blessing. But no, we could have tried rising star, it's not true. The truth is that the rising sun is a blessing as it grants us the new day, which invites and inspires us to begin again. Just like the rising sun, be on the rise, graduates. To rise means to be resilient, being inspired and an inspiration, self-determined and strong-willed, and eternally elevated. Resilience is in each and every one of you. We as Jamaicans and as a race, we have shown that despite the obstacles that we have faced, the challenges and the downfalls, yet still we have decided to rise on each single occasion. We have remained overcomers and champions. Today I use the examples of those persons who decided to rise above their situations. Michael Jackson, who became the king of pop. Oprah, who in the 1980s decided that as a young black woman she would have her own program on television. And in 2005 was named the greatest woman in American history. Well, one of. Look on Tyler Perry, a black man who decided to rise and pursue his dream of making films, is now one of the most successful filmmakers in history. All these people I have mentioned never had life easy. They never born into success, but quite the opposite. Many of them had difficult childhoods. They were born into difficult circumstances. Some were poor, some were abused. Some were told that they were never going to achieve anything in life. They decided to rise by being resilient and taking control of their own lives by working hard for what they believe in. Their dreams and passions despite their circumstances. I admire them not just because they are successful, but I see them as true heroes. Not only have they earned the respect of the world, but more importantly became sources of inspiration for people like us today. People like us that live in a world that often tells us that our dreams are not possible, our plans are not attainable, or that our passions are not promising. Ding Dong never born with the good things them, fling him shoulder with flair in the ear. Many of us see these entertainers on stage and think that their lives are perfect. I am here to tell you that this is not true. Ding Dong grew up in a violent community. He had a don of a father. He decided that he was going to change his own destiny and his own future by utilizing his gift of singing and working diligently to become an international cultural ambassador for Jamaica. Sometimes we blame where we're coming from too much, to be honest with you. It is not where we're coming from, it is where we are going. And the only way we can determine where we are going is based on the decisions and the life choices that we make today. Be resilient and choose to rise above your circumstances. Rise up for your own life, your present, your future. Rise up for your own prosperity. In order for you to rise, you must be inspired. To be inspired is that feeling that you get, that burning passion inside to do something. It is important that you find your passion in something in life that you love to do, and when you find it, be the best at it. What am I saying here? If you want to be a teacher, be the best teacher that you can. If you want to be a lawyer like me, be the best lawyer that you can be. No matter what you choose to pursue in life, ensure that always you are the best at it. The answer is in the mirror. Look at yourself and ask if you are where you are today, where you want to be. And ask yourself where you see yourself in 2030. You have the ability. All of you right now, puff your chest and tell yourselves that I can. I can because I am Jamaican. And the last 4 letters of the word Jamaican is I can. I-C-A-N. So why are you telling yourself that you can't? You can. We are not ordinary. We are extraordinary people. Who come from the same island as those world-renowned Jamaicans. Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Shelley and Fraser Price, and the list goes on. They are not more special than you are. You possess the same potential and the ability. But it takes hard work, sacrifice, and persevere no matter whatever happens. Each of you possess the ability to transform your own lives and by extension your families. And I would dare to say by extension again your country. Believe in yourself and charter the course of your own destiny. That's the only way you can be an inspiration to someone else. You have to be inspired to inspire. I always watch what I say, I watch what I do. I watch the company I keep because I know many young people look up to me. And I have to keep reminding myself of my inspirations in life and be the best inspiration and model that I can be to others. In order to rise, you have to be self-determined and strong-willed. We live in a world now that gives everybody a key to success. Everybody get a key to a Mercedes-Benz. But somehow we dash with the key. We dash with the key. That key that I'm talking about is the key to an education. That's the key that I'm talking about. You now have the opportunity to an education. Don't throw it away. Don't be that guy. This was not so some decades ago. Not many of our grandparents and great-grandparents had the opportunity. Nelson Mandela said it best, that education is the most powerful weapon which can be used to change the world. Education is the most powerful weapon against poverty. It is the most powerful weapon against sufferation. It is the most powerful weapon for those people underprivileged who believe that they can't do it, whose society has said to them that they can't. Education is that yes to say that you can. This is how you will rise up with progress and fulfill your God-given destiny, each and every one of you. Education is that tool that can move a youth, from a poor family to being a successful lawyer. Education is that tool that can move that girl from a rural community to being a successful teacher. We rise when we choose to eternally elevate. And I'll tell you what this means. Simply put, eternally elevate means to always level up. That's what life is. That's the meaning of life. Always leveling up. Just like the games on your phone. I'm sure everybody on this graduation today, everybody play games on their phone. If each of the games that you play have levels to it, and you play the games and you pass it to go every level, why shouldn't you level up? Leveling up, the world is leveling up as it stands. The world is constantly moving forward. Look at it. TVs, black and white, back then now colored. Smartphones coming from back then where probably it was the size of the fridge, and I'm sure the teachers know what I'm talking about. If we can level up, and I'm not calling our teachers old or anything like that, but I'm saying is that if we can level up, If the world can level up, why can't you? So graduates, I want you all to celebrate the wonderful achievement of graduating from your primary school today. And know that you are a big deal, at least to me, and your family, and your friends, and your loved ones, and your teachers. Put it in your minds that you're not done yet. You're not finished yet. Leveling up is about moving to the next level. You're from primary school now. We now have to look on your graduation for high school, your graduation for university. Each and every single one of you by 2030 must be in a university. And you need to tell yourself that. It cannot stop at primary school. You have too much more left in you for you to stop there. And that's what I want to tell you. Hello, in order for you to be successful, you need an education. In order, you see, everybody, the young men them nowadays, and the young women, all everybody wants is a brick palm brick. The only way we can get the brick palm brick is by working hard. There's no other way you can earn the money. No other way legitimately that you can earn the money, that is. So please, may I beg you, if you want success in life, your nose have to run. That's what my granny always tell me. Yes? So work hard, my young people. It's a long road ahead, I must admit to you. But I've done it. Your teachers have done it. Your parents have done it. You can as well. That's why the education ministry spends billions of dollars educating our students each year. That's why our parents invest their time and money. That's why our teachers go beyond the call of duty to ensure that you have the necessary material and the skill set to go out into life and be successful young men and women. Teachers' life not easy. They work hard. So if they can do it, you should too. Young people, give yourself the best shot at life by giving yourself the best education. That's what I've always told people around me and people that are younger than me. Because there is nothing in this world that can elevate you like education. Many are excited and happy for their placements, but I also do know that some have not gotten their choice, their first choice or preference for high school. I remember when I got my GSAT results. Well, I think you guys do PEP now, yes? You see how old I am, but I'm still young, I'll put it that way. But GSAT, I was told that I had passed for JC, well at least that's what I heard, and apparently it was KC. And still to this day, it remains one of my fondest experience of life, other than Mona Heights Primary School. And I must be honest to you, is that it's really not your high school that determines success. High school is not an automatic switch. Whichever high school you go to is not an automatic switch that you're going to be successful. Because I've seen where some students pass for some of the most prominent high schools, but yet still, where are they today? Some of our students who have passed for what society calls non-traditional have been able to elevate themselves and be productive men and women. So let nobody tell you that because of your high school, that determines your level of success or your future. It is the hard work that you put in at these institutions. That is what is important. Many of you worked hard to pass for the schools of your dreams, and I commend you. But never forget that the journey is not done yet. We still have more to do. We still have a lot left in the tank. We still have a lot of fuel. Light it. Keep burning, keep running, keep moving. As what Martin Luther King Jr. has always said, is that if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then crawl. You all must ensure that you continue the journey of life, continue soaring, and continue to inspire others to soar as well. Go to your high school with the same energy you have today at the end of this graduation. Eager and ready to learn, to get good grades. Make sure you're up on the honor roll as well. Get involved in extracurricular activities. And of course, have fun. I think genuinely that high school, I think for me, is one of the best experiences and moments. And as I said to you, it's really what you make of that experience that will determine whatever you will come out to. So, be like me. choose to make the best of the high school experience and do good. Our young graduates will continue rising once we all play our part. I say particularly to our parents that you have an extraordinary responsibility to your children as they move to the next level. I see too many times where there is a great involvement at the primary school level. Great involvement. By the time you reach high school, grade 7, you have a stadium of parents. By the time you reach 5th form, it's a classroom of parents. There's something fundamentally wrong. Just because they graduate high school doesn't mean that the time up. You have to keep your children close. My mother continues to be one of my biggest bodyguards. Anywhere I go, she's with me. And she's literally outside the room. So, trust me, man. Parents, do your part. That's what I'm saying. Do your part. And ensure you love your children. Because, you see, when you love your children, they don't have to go outside and seek love from anybody else. So love your children. So parents, hold their hands right throughout life and lead them on the path to achieving great success for themselves. They are counting on you, and you have a legal and a moral duty to ensure that you give them the maximum time and resources that you have to offer. Education is like a soup pot, is that it requires all the ingredients. It requires the students to play their part. It requires administration to play their part. It requires our teachers to play their part. And you realize, I don't know about you guys, but when I drink red pea soup, I can know when something is not in it. So I can tell when my mother doesn't put something in the pot. So it's the same thing here I'm saying, that we cannot expect to run an education system when all partners and key stakeholders don't play their part. So that is my charge for everyone today. Education is about giving our children the best gift of a better life. That requires that all of us step up to the plate and play our part. My aspiration, my greatest aspiration for Mona Heights Primary School is that it will continue to be that school of excellence. This institution that has made me and so many persons today who we are. And I plan to get more involved into the school and ensuring that we mentor the young men and women of our future. Because it really requires all of us to do our part. Member of Parliament, Minister Williams, continue to remain involved in the building of the school and supporting it. My graduates, my friends, my brothers, my sisters, my proud honor, today is your day. Enjoy it, celebrate it, light it. You are all champions, victors, kings and queens. However, let's not stop the party here. Let us have a party, as I said, at the end of your high school graduation and next party after your university graduation. Keep rising. Remember to rise up for your own life and success. Remain resilient, inspired. Be an inspiration to others. Self-determined, self-motivated, and strong-willed about your own future and destiny. Always level up. Life is about eternally elevating. You may slip, but just like the brave, never fall, never yield. It's okay to fall, just never stay down. The harder you fall, the stronger you rise. Our greatest glory is not in never failing. Our greatest glory is in rising every time we fall. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, parents, my brothers and sisters, our teachers, our administration, everyone, big up on yourself and thank you so much for having me here.
Oh, so rising higher, higher, there's magic
by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. Students, you did well. We are truly proud of your resilience, hard work, and dedication throughout this year. As you get ready to transition to high school, we urge you to continue to stand up for what is right, even if it means standing alone. Continue to believe in yourself and your dreams will come through. Daniel Dwyer will be coming now with the valedictory address for the graduating class of 2020. Put your hands together and welcome her.
All protocols observed. The joy experience being chosen to be the valedictorian for the 2020 graduates is indescribable. Today, I will attempt to highlight the most memorable parts of our journey and give credit to those persons whose hands made a tremendous mark on our development. Our journey began on September 1st, 2014. We had longed to participate in the vigorous training camp at Camp Mona that would prepare us for one of the longest marathons there is. But now that we had reached the campsite, reality hit us like a 10-ton block. The training facility was beautiful. It was nothing compared to anything we have ever seen. White clouds of bloom drifted above, and the few trees set off a blaze of color that flamed and flickered in the morning sun. The huge camp was enough to drive fear into any 6-year-old mind. We had never seen anything like this. With fright, we hugged our parents' legs, rebuffing every attempt to remove us. We did not want to go, but our registration fees were already paid for. There was no turning back, nor could we change our minds. Tears flowed freely as we said our goodbyes and walked to our assigned areas. Our fear vanished when the head coach, Mr. Fabian Mahaber, welcomed us and assured us that the training would be an enjoyable one. He, however, warned us that the training would be difficult, but if we worked hard and obeyed the coaches, the rewards would be great. Somehow, we trusted this coach, as he seemed to know what he was doing. Many persons said he had coached before, and with his vast experience, there is no doubt that we would make it to the stadium where the grand showdown will take place. We were carefully placed in queues and led to our first assembly by the most patient trainers, where we realized that we would move from one training camp to the next as we prepare for 3 major races. We were also advised that we would be guided by different coaches along the way. This made our hearts leap with excitement. Broad smiles were etched on every face. What would we do in Camp 1, I wondered? We were taught to write legibly, speak properly, read and compute numbers, as well as some very important social skills, all of which were prerequisite skills for training camp number 2. Training camp 2 was more difficult, but thanks to our wonderful team of coaches, we were well motivated and seemed to be more settled. The year went by quickly, and we were promoted to camp diagnostic. The main purpose of this camp was to strengthen, then assess all the skills learned throughout Camp Mona over the 3 years. The organizers of the camp, the Ministry of Education, had great interest in examining whether we were being coached properly, if we had mastered all the skills our coaches had taught us, and if we could apply them when needed. Though we were nervous, we were excited to put all we were taught to the test. After the assessment, it was recommended that all members advance to Camp 4, which was the beginning of the marathon. Our parents were happy to have gotten this news, and although we knew that the first leg of the marathon would come with many challenges, we were ready. Suddenly, as if by magic, a few weeks after advancing to Camp 4, we soon realized that the temperament of the coaches was changing. Was it because the first marathon race, the National Numeracy and Literacy Test, was approaching? Did that influence them in any way? These new coaches seemed to have a completely different mission. What was it that made them so serious? Each day, Coach Mahaber had a new drill. We were tested, graded, and given direct feedback on our progress. We had to learn to multitask as lunchtime was no longer free for all. As the day of the race drew near, we became more confident. Our previous coaches, our parents, and many well-wishers gathered at the stadium that morning with their pom-pom to cheer us on. We felt encouraged. We were confident. We were ready. And rest assured, 90% of us have successfully mastered the National Grade 4 Literacy Test. Yes, we were pleased with the result. But word was out that adjustments were being made to the marathon and that our greatest test lay ahead, the Primary Exit Profile, PEP. Just the mention of the name alone was enough to send a gnawing chill down our spines. To assess our readiness, we were given a mock test. It was nothing like we have seen before. Many of my friends complained about having headaches as worry took over. But we were rest assured by our coaches that those results will not be used against us. That brought some relief. Camp 5 was the official beginning of the new marathon, one that got us doing even more drills and exercises. These drills will prepare us for the PEP performance tasks in mathematics, language arts, science, and social studies. The training was long and hard, and we were happy to have left that site to be at the final leg. Welcome to Camp 6. This is your final leg, yelled the head coach. It was our first day. Butterflies flickered in our stomachs. We had mixed feelings. Are we really at the final leg? Are we ready for this lap of the race? The head coach seemed to be able to read our minds. As he looked at our nerve-wracked faces, he said, "The coaches are highly trained and very experienced. You have nothing to worry about." These sentiments echoed throughout the camp, and we were delighted. "On your mark, get set," was the shout, and putting fears aside, we took on the challenge. Most of my teammates seemed to have made great progress. Some were even caught by surprise. Nevertheless, there was still much work to be done. Letters were written to parents and distant relatives. Stories of our journey were especially encouraged. Practice drills, mock tests, and experiments were the order of the day. Pastors and various prayer warriors were praying with us as our first exam, the ability test, was approaching. This was the most challenging area for many of us. We were soon told that our parents were having nervous breakdowns. Fear was obvious in each eye, and though some tried to mask it by appearing nonchalant, the tremor in their voices and slight shaking of hands betrayed their inner commotion. But surprisingly, on the day of the exam, we were calm yet excited. We were ready. We had to push through. We were well in preparation mood as the marathon continues. The performance tasks were fast approaching. This meant more practice, more drills. But on March 13, an unexpected announcement was made by the Prime Minister, Honorable Andrew Holness, that we had to abort training as all campsites were ordered to close due to the threat of the novel coronavirus, COVID-19. We were a bit confused. Many were disappointed as we all wanted to complete the marathon that we had spent our lives preparing for. Our parents were even more concerned. Sadly, we packed our bags and left the campsite for home. Little did we know that we would never get the opportunity to grace the field of the stadium to complete the marathon. Our last leg coaches, Mr. Mahabir, Miss McNeil, Miss Williams, Miss Mackenzie, Miss Samuels, and Miss Walker did not forget about us. Plans were put in place to ensure that we remained fit. We had to sign up for virtual training sessions, although the marathon was cancelled. With the marathon being officially closed, our previous fitness assignments were used to determine which major campsite we would advance to next. Although our journey has ended unexpectedly, all is well. We have conquered and stayed true to our motto, Virtute et Labore, by virtue and labor. To all our coaches, security guards, cooks, auxiliary workers, secretary, and all those who were a part of our training, you have ensured that we reach the finish line in record time. We thank you. I must pause to recognize the unselfish contribution of all the coaches and support staff of Camp Mona. Teammates, wherever you are, please applaud our hard-working team. Thank you. Your effortless commitment has not gone unrecognized. Your lessons of perseverance, courtesy, and hard work have made us the students we are. Thank you. Class of 2020, congratulations. Thumbs up to you for your hard work throughout the 6 years. Remember that we end one journey to begin another. Continue to rise. Keep focused. And remember the relationships you forge and the lessons learned while at Camp Mona. May God continue to guide you and walk good.
I was born strong. I was made for this. See, I met so many hard times when I thought I couldn't make it. See, I've had my trials when my pillows dried my eyes. Then the morning came and my wings took flight. I rise, See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Some say it's a mystery how I still believe that in spite of all I've been through, I could still push the wheel. See, I have a power they can't see with their eyes. It's a little thing called faith that makes broken wings fly. I rise, Though I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise, Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. Who can understand when just an ordinary man defies the odds and still fights on to win? I can take it. I can make it. I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still I rise. See, I'm hurting but not broken. Down but I won't die. I rise. Soon I will reach the sky and still
Lord, son. Hey, follow me now, see you now. Hey, upset her. See how upset her. Go outside there. Running. I'm a winner. You know the time. I'm a winner. Hey, watch out now. I'm on the sun. Oh, we're winning right now, you be. Say we're winning right now. Me forget that trophy to what me living right now. Cause I'm winning right now, yeah. And I'm chilling right now. Oh, we're winning right now. Our Thanksgiving right now. Cause we're winning right now, yeah. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Hey, what watching up. Hey, I'm a walking W. Learn from the L's. Turn them in a medal in a trophy and bells. Every day you see we with the on our next level. Break records like we cracking eggshells. And every single ounce of effort we expel. It's all about progress, cause we have to excel. And watch out, looking like success, we dress well. Boom, another knockout for the ring, the next spell. I'm about to send my haters a card to get well, cause I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. But that's the whole gist of it. I hate in all the beauty when winning now we have it. Cause I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Oh, we're winning right now, you be. Say we're winning right now. Me forget that trophy to what me living right now. Cause I'm winning right now, yeah. And I'm chilling right now. Oh, we're winning right now. Our Thanksgiving right now, yeah. I say we're winning right now. So every day you see we are the reigning champ. And at the cloud with the silver line we reigning from. Cause if you see some of the places where we're hailing from, it's just the type of place we should be failing from. But now we're winning. Yes, every quarter, every inning. Hold if I tracks and then I films if I swimming. You know that there's no giving in no matter the circumstances we're living in, you hear me? I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. Oh, we're winning right now, you be. Say we're winning right now. Me forget that trophy to what me living right now. Cause I'm winning right now, yeah. And I'm chilling right now. Oh, we're winning right now. Our Thanksgiving right now, God. I said we're winning right now.
Program when we highlight the students who have done exceptionally well. Suffice to say, we are extremely proud of all the efforts of our students and the hard work they have exhibited over this year. Children, you have certainly risen to the occasion, and today we celebrate you. Parents, get ready to cheer and celebrate the children for a job well done.
We will begin with the subject-based awards. The following students are awarded with a trophy for outstanding performance in the area of mathematics for the school year 2019 to 2020. They are as follows. From 6 Samuels, Deja Jarrett and Daniela Lynch. 6 Mackenzie, L'Oreal Millwood, Amor Small. 6 Williams, Joanna Steele and Shania Hudson. 6 McNeil, Tawana Campbell and Dwayne Beckett.
For language arts, 6 Samuels, Indiria Sherrington and Marlon Johnson. 6 Mackenzie, Brianna Johnson and Joanne Wees. 6 Williams, Kyle Richmond and Joanna Steele. 6 McNeil, Tyra Friginet and Dwayne Beckett.
Social Studies, 6 Samuels, Tristan Brown and Nikayla Brown. 6 Mackenzie, Joanne Weiss and Shaniel Bryan. 6 Williams, Gabriel Miller and Kyle Richmond. 6 McNeil, Dana Ned and Sekou Linton.
Keep those applause going for the Ability Test awardees. For 6 Samuels, Delania Beal and Yontia Millwood. For 6 Mackenzie, Sharona McFarlane and Amor Small. 6 Williams, Kyle Richmond and Shantoya Philp. 6 McNeil, Aminka McGowan and Keno Reynolds.
Science, 6 Samuels, Kafia Robinson and Denique Bisesa. 6 Mackenzie, Joshua Morris and L'Oreal Millwood. 6 Williams, Kyle Richmond and Anthony Campbell. 6 McNeil, Tyra Friginet and Tawana Campbell.
Due to the onslaught of the COVID-19 pandemic, the students only sat one component of the primary exit profile examination in the area of ability tests. We are proud to announce that our students did extremely well in the ability test, and today we salute the students who scored 100% in the examination. The students will be awarded with a trophy and a book voucher valued at $5,000, courtesy of the Honorable Favour Williams, Member of Parliament. The students are as follows. Tristan Brown, and he will be attending Wolmer's High School for Boys.
Indira Sherrington, Wolmer's High School for Girls.
Shazan Clark, Immaculate Conception High.
Aiden Dunn, Kingston College.
Danielle Dwyer, Wolmer's High School for Girls.
Dante Ebanks, Kingston College.
Daniela Lynch, St. Andrew High.
Delroy Moore, Wolmer's High School for Boys.
Rihanna Robinson, Wolmer's High School for Girls.
Last but not least, Raheem Thomas, Arden High School.
The following students will be awarded with a book voucher valued at $2,500 for their exceptional performance in the Ability Test 2020.
Tyrone Ball.
Dwayne Beckett.
Tawana Campbell.
Tyler Dunn.
Kaylin English.
Shania Hudson.
Sharona McFarlane.
Aminka McGowan.
Gabriel Miller.
Kayana Mullings.
Shantoya Philp.
Amelia Phipps.
Keno Reynolds.
Eric Richards.
Tasia Richards.
Amor Small.
Micaiah Walters.
Joanne Weiss.
Tyrell Black.
And Brianna Johnson. Congratulations.
Every year, the Church of Ascension partners with our school to give financial support to students who are matriculating to high school. This year is no different. In fact, the Church of Ascension will be awarding 4 students who have done extremely well in their PEP exams. Each student will be given a cash award of $10,000. The awardees are
Delroy Moore, Wolmer's High School for Boys.
Dwayne Beckett, Kingston College.
Delania Beal, Arden High.
Gabriel Miller, Holy Childhood High School.
The card award is sponsored yearly by 2 past students of Mona Heights Primary, Mrs. Carla Card Stubbs and her brother Christopher Card. The card award will be given to the top boy and top girl in this year's PEP examination. Each student will be awarded with a trophy and a cash award of $15,000. Drum roll, please. This year's top boy is none other than Tristan Brown. Tristan will be attending Woolmer's High School for Boys in September.
This year's top girl is Indira Sherrington. Indira will be attending Woolmer's High School for Girls in September.
Our netball team continues to do well under the leadership of their devoted coach, Miss Maureen Murray. Today we highlight the most outstanding players who have made significant contributions to the success of the netball team. Let's give a rousing round of applause to our awardees. They will be given a trophy.
Natasha Pringle,
Amanda Wilbur,
Sabrina Lumley,
head girl and captain of the netball team, Rihanna Miller,
deputy head girl Indira Sherrington,
Natifa Rickards,
Nicolette Nelson,
and Asia Darrell Marsh.
Our footballers continue to represent our school in the Issa Primary School football competition. We acknowledge the dedication of their coaches, Mr. Kemar Gentles and Mr. Romain Campbell. Today we award 3 footballers who have displayed outstanding performance. Put your hands together for
Robina Downer,
Israel Mackenzie,
and Shanae Nelson.
Every year, the students showcase their talents at the JCDC Speech Festival of the Performing Arts and have represented their school very well. We say a big thank you to Miss McNeil, who managed to unearth and develop the talents of these children.
Today we salute 2 solo performers who have been entering the competition from lower school into upper school and were awarded gold medals over the years. Put your hands together for Aiden Dunn and Tristan Brown. We salute a member of the champion debate team for his outstanding debating skills. I speak of none other than Aiden Dunn. He will be awarded with a cash prize of $20,000 courtesy of Western Union. The principal's awardees are recognized for their excellence in academia, involvement in co-curricular activities, discipline, and leadership qualities. These awardees will be given a cash prize of $15,000. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for our 2 principal awardees, Indira Sherrington and Danielle Dwyer. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the recipients of awards for the class of 2020.
Masters of Ceremony, special invited guests, ladies, gentlemen, and my fellow graduates. Today, Mona Heights Primary has defied all odds and blazed the trail to bring you this first ever virtual graduation ceremony. Today, I am very proud to be a part of the graduating class of 2020. It is a great day of consummate joy, passion, and gratitude to God for His continued guidance and protection, especially in these times of uncertainties. A big thank you to our guest speaker, Mr. Chad Rattray, for his efforts in assuring us that no matter the challenges we face in life, we will rise. Masters of Ceremony, you have ably performed your job. There has not been a dull moment. Please accept our sincere gratitude. And events like this cannot happen overnight. The wheels started rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated teachers of Mona Heights Primary who know their job and are result-oriented. To the members of the graduation committee, Miss McNeil, Miss Williams, Miss Samuels, Miss Mackenzie, Mr. Hepburn, Mrs. Christian, Miss Richards, Mrs. Reynolds Watson, Miss Claire, Mr. Maxwell, and any other person who has helped us in any way, thank you for a job well done. A big thank you to the Member of Parliament, Board Chairman, Acting Principal, Education Officer, and PTA President for your words of encouragement. Your advice has been indelibly printed on our hearts as we move forward into the next phase of our lives. Special mention must be made to our music teacher, Mr. Blackwood, along with Miss Clenghorn and Miss Holness, who gave a beautiful rendition. A big thank you to Miss Black and Miss Walker, who decorated this beautiful backdrop for our ceremony. To all our teachers who have stuck with us throughout the years, you will never be forgotten. To our grade 6 teachers, sorry, our time had to be cut short. We really appreciate your hard work and dedication. We know the task of preparing us for exams and transitioning to high school was not easy, but you did a great job. Parents and well-wishers, what can we say? It is said that parental love is the only love that is truly selfless, unconditional, and forgiving. Thank you for supporting us every step of the way. We love and appreciate you. Graduates, I would like to congratulate you for leading the way in attaining many accomplishments. 2020 has been a year filled with obstacles and challenges. Still, we rise. Trials and tests. Still, we rise. We will continue to persevere until we finish the race and reach our mark. Even though we can't hug each other goodbye, the memories we share will forever be etched on our hearts. Once more to everyone, thank you for sharing with us. Our time together was certainly well spent. Until we see each other again, walk good.
We are almost at the end of today's virtual graduation ceremony.
Graduation doesn't symbolize the end. Instead, it marks the start of a brand new chapter of your life.
As you transition to high school, we urge you to continue to work hard, be diligent, and put your best foot forward.
Remember, hard work is still the key to success.
As you go into unknown territories, do not be daunted by what seems difficult, but face each challenge with courage and determination. Problems will arise. Obstacles will come. Friends will fail you. Take heart. Be strong. Forge on. Yet still you will rise. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem.